Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives, back for a CD vinyl update. Hope everybody's doing great. Here in Canada, we're experiencing some really nice warm weather, almost too hot for me. A little uncomfortable at 33 Celsius, but I won't complain because in a few short months it'll be totally the opposite and minus 33. So I'll stop bitching about that. Got a few things here to show you. If you remember, I picked up those Dio reissues on vinyl, and they each came with a lenticular cover, and I said I was going to frame those and get those on the wall. So I did pick up a frame just to test things out and see what you guys think, and I think it looks pretty good. I spent about $18 on this frame here. There's going to be a bit of a glare, I won't be able to help that, but there is the frame. The frame is a 13 by 13. It's got glass on top. Nice thick black border, opens up in the back like this. So yeah, 13 by 13 frame. So this photo is 12 by 12, so it kind of fits in there nicely with a little white border left around. So I think I'm gonna go pick up 3 more of those and get all 4 lenticular covers framed and on the wall here. I've been promising a room tour here, and I'm close. To be honest with you, I'm not around as much as in the summer. I'm away, I get out to my cabin, things like that. But here in the fall, I will buckle down, and I got to move a few things around in here, get a few more things up on the wall, and then we'll be ready for a nice room tour. So no use half-assing it, so we will just stay patient for that, and we'll get there. Anyways, what have I got here today? So we're on the topic of Dio I started off with, so we might as well finish off these reissues that I got. So I also picked up the last 2 that I needed for the 4 new reissues. This is 2004's Master of the Moon, the reissue, Dio's 10th overall album. Fantastic cover. I love the colors on this thing. There's the back, and there is one more. I took the lenticular covers off like I'd mentioned in a previous video. Didn't want that glue messing things up. But there's a lenticular cover, so this will be soon getting a frame, and we'll get that put up. And okay, so this is a gatefold, pretty cool. And I'm sure you know most of these albums. Comes with a nice inner. There is, the front cover again, but wouldn't this be cool in a frame also? Rest in peace, Ronnie, very cool. And just standard black vinyl, but I'll show it to you quickly anyways here. I definitely love these last, the last 4 on BMG. I'm really getting, I'm trying to get all the 10 Dio studio albums on vinyl, and I'm close, but there's the vinyl, just standard black vinyl. Nice center ring. There's that one. And here's the hype sticker for that one. And if you're a hype sticker fanatic, or you like to stay consistent, you're definitely going to be a little. And I'm sure you guys that have bought these have noticed not one of the Angry Machines on vinyl came with the hype sticker. Have no idea. So whoever was on hype sticker duty that day, you fucked up. Anyways. Here is Angry Machines without a hype sticker. Sorry about that. So this is Dio's 7th overall studio album from 1996. There really isn't a bad Dio album, but really glad to have this in the collection. I will open that up again, show you. There's that lenticular cover. So that one's going to look good in a frame too. I will put those all side by side on the wall, and we'll show you those someday soon. Here is the inner. So there is the front cover, and there is, I don't know if that's like an alternate cover or whatever, or just another picture. Very cool to have that. And it's a gatefold, so all the lyrics are right in the middle. And this one will just show you. Sorry, I'm ripping through these, but most of you guys have seen these ones, but they're disappearing fast, and I would, if you have any desire to go get them, I would jump on that as soon as you can. And there's the black vinyl. Center rings are, Same on both sides, pretty cool. Glad to have some more Dio in the collection. Can never have too much Dio. Okay, let's move on to, okay, I got 2 recommendations that were given to me. Fantastic. I couldn't be happier in getting these. So we're gonna thrash it up here for a minute. This is Havoc's second overall album from 2011 called Time Is Up. I've now listened to this about 5 or 6 times, and it is just awesome. This was the one that was recommended to me to pick up first, and then Burn, and then probably Unnatural Selection, and probably Conformicide last. So I'm going to definitely pick up some more Havoc. This is one of those crappy sleeves, kind of like a little gatefold mini album. The CD is actually in the player right now. Good booklet. This is from Candlelight Records, and this is such a good album. If you're into some newer thrash, I mean, Havoc only have 5 albums out now. You know, it's not like you got to go and pick up 15, 16 studio albums, but you know, these guys are killing it. Their new album, 5 is a 5 or V or whatever, is awesome. And this one, and what did I say? Burn and Unnatural Selection. I'm really tempted to pick up the vinyl reissues from Candlelight. They're putting all 3 of those out. They're up for pre-order right now. Really cool swirl type of vinyl, really cool colors. So I'm on the fence about that. We'll see. Anyways, the next recommendation is some Riot that I asked about, and it seems like I missed this one for whatever reason. I'm glad I got it now. This is Riot's 6th overall studio album, and I didn't even know I was ordering this issue or reissue. This is the 30th anniversary edition of Thunder Steel, first album to feature Tony Moore on vocals. So this one's cool. The CDs looks the same as this DVD. So this one includes a DVD. The DVD includes all of this. If you're really interested, you can pause that and have a look. But it's some really cool concert footage from, we got 1988 on here, 2009, some Japanese TV interview from 1989. So really cool. So this is the Metal Blade reissue. I don't know if I showed you the back. There's the band shot and the back cover. Comes with a nice booklet. I also ordered Privilege of Power. I have that one coming and one other Riot. I forget which one I ordered, but so the booklet's pretty cool. Opens right up. All the lyrics are in there. Great band shot there. Only a 4-piece in this for this album. Mark doing all the guitars. Really enjoy this album. Glad I picked it up, and you know, it helps to ask these questions. And you know, I'm, like I said before, I'm fairly new, not fairly new. I just didn't have a lot of Riot in my collection, so happy to have Thunder Steel. Thanks again for the recommendation. Next up, I was at Vintage Vinyl, just a couple hours away from where I live. Let me just grab a drink. And I saw this album on vinyl first, really banged up, ratted up, and they still wanted $15 for it. I'm like, no. Like I'm a bit of a picky ass anyways, and the corners were all bent up and ripped up, so I'm like, the vinyl was in okay shape, but still for $15 I passed on it. But then I saw it on CD for only $8, and I'm like, I have to have that. I know this album from years ago, but that is Sword Metalized. Unbelievable album. These guys are from Quebec, Canada, right here where I live. I don't live in Quebec, sorry, but I live in Canada. So a nice, great Canadian, just heavy metal. I would say you're gonna hear little hints of Wasp in the guitar tone. I don't know who else. You can let me know in the comments does it really matter? I mean, their Sword is awesome. What I don't know is I don't know much about their second album called, is it called Sweet Dreams? Is that one worth picking up? Because I think if it's even half as good as this, I'm definitely going to pick it up, because this is fantastic. check out the song Stoned Again or Runaway. Go YouTube those two songs and you'll be like, yeah, I better get that. And and that's also in my CD player, but there is the inside, and not much of a booklet. It's just a one-piece thing here. And I think I remember back, somebody showed me or showed a video of Sword has a live album out on Dave Elfson's EMP label, I believe. Elfson Music Productions. So they do have, I believe, 2 studio albums. Maybe they have an EP or something, and maybe 1 or 2 live albums. But let me know about Sweet Dreams. Is that one worth picking up? All right, next up we'll go to, I'm spinning a little UDO in the background. If you've watched this channel, you know I'm a big fan of anything from Udo Dirkschneider, Accept stuff, the UDO stuff. I picked up the brand new UDO called We Are One. Very, very cool. But this one, originally I was a little bit worried. They're doing a collaboration with a military orchestra band. I'm not going to pronounce this right, but Das Musikkorps der Bundeswehr. So corpse, and I believe that means like military probably. This is a military band. So any of these symphony, I'm not big on these big symphony albums and things like that where bands collaborate. But this is a little different. This is actually way different. So this album, opposed to those other albums where they take all their existing material and add all this orchestration into it, things like that, this album was built together. These are all brand new songs. It's a conceptual album. You know, we are one. We're one whole planet. We have problems together we're dealing with, global warming, you know, a pandemic that is affecting each and every one of us. So that's kind of the theme behind this. There is the track listing. Very cool album. I have to say, I really enjoy this for the most part. There's a few tracks on here I don't care for, but if you are a UDO fan and you have a lot of their albums, you're gonna like this, trust me. So there is the gatefold. And what's cool is Udo has the help of 2 former Accept bandmates on this album, Peter Baltes and Stefan Kaufmann. Stefan actually helps out in the production. Just a fantastic album. I am, like I said, I am pleasantly surprised. But go check out songs like Pandemonium, We Are One, awesome song. Mother Earth, great tune. Neon Diamond. There's a female singer on here. Her name is Manuela Markowitz. She is fantastic. Check out the song. Blindfold, The Last Offender. She sings the whole thing. Really good. And if you want some old school Accept type UDO fast stuff, check out the song We Strike Back. Very heavy. And the orchestration in this is very tasteful. It's not overbearing, any like that. There's tons of guitar solos. There's just enough of everything, to be honest with you. And I know UDO is, they're actually, I believe they're already in the studio working on their, what you would call their 18th studio album, you know, Steel Factory, fantastic album. So they're going to get back to their, you know, their normal ways, but this was pretty cool. So definitely check out UDO, We Are One. 7 out of the 15 tracks were actually co-written by Peter and Stefan from, you know, Accept. So we had, you know, three-fifths of the, or almost original lineup of Accept working together. Pretty cool. And it was also the first, I know I'm talking a lot about this one, but this was the first work in the studio for 2 new members of this band. Where is that? So there's a shot of the UDO band. That is Sven, that's Udo's son, who's the drummer. And then we have Andre, the regular guitar player that's been there for a long time. And this guy is, he's new. His name is Tillen Hudrap, I believe. I think he last played with Vicious Rumors. And this is the new guitar player. What's his name? I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget. Fabian D. Demirs. So pretty cool. Check out some UDO. Next up, I finally got my first Merciful Fate reissue from the new Metal Blade, and that is Return of the Vampire. So that's Return of the Vampire, the rare and unreleased tracks. So this one came out in 1992, but all the material on here is from before 1982. So there's a track listing. Like I said, rare unreleased tracks, you know, first demos or whatever for some of these things. Burning the Cross on here, Return of the Vampire, Death Kiss, A Corpse Without a Soul's on here. So very cool to have this. Not much inside. This one comes on smoked, clear with smoked blue vinyl. But if you're you know, a big King Diamond Merciful Fate fan, this is definitely a must-have for your collection. But this is the first of 5 Merciful Fate reissues that I've ordered, and I finally got one. And I'm hoping to get the rest soon. But there's no inner in there or anything, so pretty cool to have some Merciful Fate on vinyl finally. So there you go. Return of the Vampire. What else do we have left here? Okay. Oh, also it came with one of these download cards too. I'll probably throw that on my phone so I have it. And each one of those Metal Blade reissues do come with the download card, so that, you know, if you're a real collector, you don't really need to go out and get the CD. Lastly is a, what do you call it here? Discogs purchase. Sorry, I almost forgot. I honestly don't order off of Discogs very much. I probably should more often, but I was seeking something on vinyl from a band that I really started absolutely enjoying over the past year or so, and that is Heathen. And I saw this one for a great price, still sealed, back on black reissue for Breaking the Silence. And this is just a fantastic album. So this one has the exact track listing that the newer reissue on Century Media has. It's actually 2 vinyl. The first side A and B are the regular album. Side C and D are demos for Pray for Death, Goblin's Blade, Open the Grave, and Heathen. So very cool, gatefold. Really glad to have this. Saw it for a really good price, and for being sealed and literally there's not even a mark, nothing. I just had to pick that up for sure. Love this album. Check out, oh God, anything from this album. Death by Hanging, Pray for Death. There's a cool cover of Set Me Free on here. Probably my favorite song on this album is called Save the Skull. Fantastic song, check that out. And this one came on blue vinyl. They're both the same, so I'll just pull out one and show you. Really looking forward to the new Heathen album called Empire of the Blind, coming out here September. I already have that one on pre-order. And then I was reading on the Heathen YouTube site, somebody asked the question, will there be a reissue for Victims of Deception? There's Victims of Deception. And yes, they are working on a remaster of this album. I don't know what label it will come out. You know, hopefully now that they're with Nuclear Blast, it will come out on Nuclear Blast. That would be cool. And what else? Yeah, and then we basically, if you have Evolution of Chaos also, there was a reissue for that this year on Mascot Records. I just can't speak highly enough of this band. You know, in a way, I'm really glad I missed them. And I'm sure you guys are that way with certain bands too. You're kind of like, oh, you know what? I'm kind of glad I missed them, and now I get to discover them later on in life or whatever. You know, it's impossible to listen to everything. So you know, you're going to have those type of bands that, you know, jump in there and grab your attention. But definitely happy to have some Heathen in the collection. And I think, yeah, I did show you the inner, but Back on Black, another great label, does a great job. So anyways, I thought I'd get this update done. I am expecting more things. I got some stuff coming from Nuclear Blast, Metal Blade, some peer pressure through videos and other friends got me to put in an order to Hammerheart Records. Pretty cool. I'll definitely show you what I picked up from Hammerheart Records. There's a couple real doozies in there that I've wanted for a long time. And yeah, basically grails on vinyl and expensive even to find on CD, but we'll get into that down the line when I get those to show you. But I hope everybody's staying cool, or if it's cooler where you are in the world, hopefully you're staying warm. But either way, you guys, thanks for dropping by. Until next time, stay heavy.